Honestly guys, I'm gonna go straight into this and say I never thought that I would make this video, and I never thought it was even something that would come up to hurt me again, which is why I want to make this video, because if something can still haunt you or affect the way you feel so strongly 5 years after it's happened, then maybe you haven't dealt with it right, and then it just shows the effect of it and how it is so important to let it out. And that's something I never did, and I didn't really realize that. I kind of pushed it down and made excuses until now, because I just watched the Lady Gaga performance at the Oscars where she was basically singing Fighting for anyone who's been a victim of abuse, and it triggered something really okay, so I don't want to get into the story too much, because like I said, I've pushed it away, and it doesn't come up in my life anymore until things like this happen, until I watch her performance or something that is correlated to abuse, and then you just spiral into your own head, and you kind of lose sight of anything else. And that's all I've been doing all day. I was crying earlier a lot, and it's just it makes you feel like you're in a corner and you're alone, and it's not a way you should feel. So I'm making this video, I'm talking about this to you guys because I'm a YouTuber and this is what I do. YouTube, my channel is my place, it's a place I vent, and I find it's important to, I don't know if it's important to share my story, it's more important to just know that you need to speak to someone. And for me, it's I'm just gonna tell it to you guys, and if this helps anyone, then sure, but I'm more doing this to just let it out, because YouTube is where I do that. So yeah, it's I don't want to get into it a lot, I'm not comfortable doing that, but I am comfortable saying that I've never, when I was 15, somebody who was 19, I got sexually abused. It was a one-time thing, and up until today I haven't actually acknowledged what it was. I've moved on in the last 2 years, and it hasn't really crossed my mind much, because I came out of the closet, and I came out as bisexual 2 years ago, and I just said that was something that happened to lead me to coming out, and because it was a guy, and when it happened I was so hurt, but after time went by I just stuck with my feelings of everything happens for a reason, and I thought, okay, well, that happened to help me realize that I was not only into girls but into guys too, and I made that excuse for myself instead of putting the blame on them when it was them and their disgusting fault. I instead made other reasons why it happened, and to make myself feel better. And I didn't know back then that it was what it was, and that's the reason I wanted to post this, because there's not enough attention in the media towards this issue or in schools. I didn't know what had happened to me. All I knew and all I know is that when it happened and how I feel about it now, it's just this rotting feeling inside of me, and it's something I just completely try to disregard, because it's disgusting and it's brutal, and I don't want this to happen to anyone else. I don't want anyone to wake up 5 years down the road and still be affected by this. So just honestly go talk to someone, but talk to someone you trust, because with me, I told someone what happened, I didn't like say, oh, I've got abused, because I didn't acknowledge it as that. I just acknowledged it as like just the facts of what happened. And I told my best friend. But when you're 15, like if you're young, make sure you're talking to someone older and wiser, because talking to another best friend who's 15, it is not always going to go well. I suffered from the fact that my best friend betrayed me, and obviously like you're young and it's not something that I shouldn't have put that burden on them to just keep that secret with me. But they told their parents and they told their other friends, and it got around quick what had happened. So I just remember that day when I told her, and I was like, the words that came out of my mouth were like, I just feel so disgusting. Like, basically the person got me drunk and then took advantage of me, and you cannot give consent when you're drunk, and you cannot give consent when you're 15 and they're 9. Oh my gosh. I just remember feeling like I had done something wrong, which is the worst and completely wrong way to feel about the situation. You have to acknowledge that they're in the wrong and that you are a victim. And if you're not comfortable, like I'm not really comfortable seeking out for sympathy and stuff like that, then be comfortable in telling someone your story just so you can help yourself, not so that you can like I don't like being like, oh, like help me with this, help me, I need help. I just like, everyone needs to vent it out, but it's okay to get help. It's okay to ask for help, and it's really important that you do. I mean, I can't even like understand. I honestly, I want to say, thank you to Lady Gaga for like putting this issue on the forefront of media, because if that didn't happen, like I wouldn't be getting like, I just feel like right now I'm getting closure. I'm finally admitting to myself what happened, instead of making all these excuses in my head and saying, oh, it was happened for a reason, and bullshit, like fucking bullshit. I don't want to ever have to feel like this for something that's happened so long ago, and something that I thought I had dealt with, and I have. Like I'm not distraught over it. I'm just disgusted about it. And people that haven't been through it, like, they won't understand. I remember telling a certain someone, and they was just like, just move on, just move on. And I'm like, you have to talk to a professional or you have to find someone older and wiser, and just don't hold it inside. Don't hold it inside. It will become twisted, and you'll twist it in a way that will feel like you're healing yourself, but really it's just damaging you more, because in order to twist it, you have to change a part of you and sacrifice a part of you that you shouldn't have to sacrifice. Yeah, I don't know what, that's all I have to say. I think yeah, I okay, have a good day, guys, and just stay strong. Honestly, stay strong and seek help, and don't be afraid to open up to someone. Just don't hold it in. and be brave enough to face those demons head on, because they're not demons that you put there. There's someone else's that they've inflicted upon you. So just know that, and know that you can get past it, but you don't have to get past it alone. Okay? Okay. Yeah. I'm not a pro at this, and I just know from my personal experience and how I feel right now, and from reflecting on the past 5 years, and this all just coming at me right now. Don't let yourself be that person who is still so unknowing about it 5 years later, still so vulnerable to it. Just let yourself be that person who can say, I stood up and I did what I deserved to do. Okay, I love you guys. Shoot in the comments below anything you think about this topic, and let's really start a conversation. Like, hashtag end abuse, hashtag thank you fucking Lady Gaga, and hashtag if you have ever abused someone, you should seriously be disgusted in yourself. Stay perfectly